Kim Ivor in the blue that's serving, and expect some nice third shot drops from Leander, his counterpart. Oh, that's a sick.
Oh, that's a sicker drop, though. Oh,
So
my goodness.
The lob was incredible. The drop off that lob was really good.
Even better.
Unbelievable by Kashyap.
And 2 lefties on one team.
You don't see that very often. It's like a spot in a unicorn. Look at the footwork from Kim Ivor, working around that backhand. There's the come on right there.
There's
You were
the
talking
first
about.
fist pump. His energy is huge.
And he kind of did a little Filipino stare down right there. I mean, he was really kind of giving them the stank eye.
Gets in your face, in the face. We like it.
He's not afraid to bring it.
All right, a nice exchange there. Very impressed with Gaurav's skills with those dinks. He has delicate hands.
Yeah, I'm impressed so far with all 4. The energy level's good here. We've got a good crowd watching, and the Philippines versus India is definitely geared up to be a good one here as we unfold.
This is a best-of-3 game match, we should make clear.
Yes, that was the one reward that you get when you make it to the finals here at the World Pickleball Championships.
Energy from the Indian crowd, giving it to their team here.
Ah, that's a great misdirect. So that's what Gaurav brings to the table. He's a lengthy, reachy lefty that has misdirects. Did you catch all that?
I did. That was a mouthful. But we've got the tall and the short of it almost up that end, some would say.
No pun intended. That was a good one.
But don't let his diminutive frame fool you. That is some silky smooth skills there to get up to the NVZ.
Well, you tell he's very confident. He just takes his time getting up there to the net. The only thing is if you lift the ball up to either one of these 4 players, any of these 4 players, it's gonna get hammered back at you.
Ooh,
like that.
Stare down.
Yeah, because they're giving it back because Kim invites the fire. You know what I mean?
He does invite the fire, and we invited the fire yesterday with an Indian team, and we came off second best, and Kim's gone hard early here with some come-ons. Like, I'm talking in the first 3 points here, he gave 2 come-ons.
And the stare down with it, so it's not just the come-on, but the stare down. Love the soft touch dinking.
There he is. Look at him.
They've got to be careful with Kashyap's backhand flick. He catches it and just flicks it down really hard with a good angle. Very hard to defend that because even if you get a paddle on that, it's going to pop right back up. Oh, the lob serve. Haven't seen that much.
Haven't seen that this week at all.
Oh, a lob, but...
Now, I was going to say this. I'm not going to be surprised because of Kashyap's stature.
If they try to lob.
I think Leander and Kim may actually look for a few lobs here, but what they have to remember is he's actually very explosive, and they lob middle. Gaurav's going to have his overhead down the middle as well.
Yeah, remember that's the 2 lefties, so it's a little different. Oh, he did the little fire come on back to him.
The stare down. Nice body bag there.
So when you invite that, you're going to get it back. You better be ready to bow up because they know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, that was close.
That was a very close in that return. Ooh,
It's not the right ball to speed up, is it?
No, a loose ball there from Leander. He's better than that. He knows that.
He won't do that very often. I think he's just a little amped up. All the come-ons have got him a little excited here.
And Leander doesn't strike me as the guy to actually get involved in that type of behaviour either. He seems quite chill, quite mellow, fierce competitor.
Yeah, you've spot on with that assessment. You've got him pegged. That's the little inside out that he does. He doesn't hit where you traditionally would think he would go, and he's very smooth when he does it.
Gaurav has been dangerous with that ball down the middle thus far. For me, he's the player at the moment.
Also, little known fact, everybody in the Philippines calls Leander Ian, E-A-N.
Really?
You look, anytime you see go Ian, that's Leander. I confirmed that last night.
Can we get a bit of story behind that maybe from one of the people that are commenting?
I think it's just his nickname. Yeah, go ahead and give us some feedback on that, guys, if you know the story why they call him Ian. But, yeah, maybe it's part of Leander, E-A.
Yes, that makes sense. Sorry, a bit slow.
Well, that's not even – I don't know if that's factual. I just know that's what it sounds like. He's doing it again. So this is what I know. When the perceived better player of the team doesn't see a ton of action, when you do get that action, you try to do as much possibly as that you can with it. He needs to just relax and let Kim settle in and do his job and then hope that he can get involved.
Kashyap putting that volley long, but what I like is Kashyap and Gaurav look like an experienced doubles teamer. I feel like they've been playing together for some time. There's no miscommunication down the middle. Gaurav's generally taking any ball that's landing in the middle, thus because it's on his forehand, but they just look quite smooth, quite silky.
Absolutely. That's a great attack.
Oh.
Now, that was the right one to attack, and also he caught it at its peak right there instead of letting it drop a little bit lower.
That was the first time in a while Leander had been on the left, though, too. Previously, Kim had been on the left. Oh, those hands are butter. And what a shot there. What a great little off-pace roll.
I would say what's helping Team India right now is the ability to keep Ian and Kim on their heels.
We've seen some incredible dinking thus far in this match. Teams now starting to look at trying to, lots of dinking down the line too, so some of these players are now trying to offset that pattern with some Ernie attempts. Another great return there by Kim. He is painting that line up that end. Down the middle solves a riddle. Great volley there by Kashyap. Team India looking so smooth. Kim with the Ernie. Fantastic move there, and that's what they're going to have to do. There's a lot of dinking happening line, and if they're going to disrupt that pattern, they're going to have to look at faking some Ernies or doing a half Ernie, 1 foot outside the court, 1 foot inside the court over the NVZ. Great reset there by Leander to keep them in that point.
Yeah, he didn't really roll that back anymore, punched it.
Okay, a bit of momentum here.
It's a great spot. All right, we got a timeout from Team India. Kashyap and Gaurav taking a moment to breathe as they have found themselves now with a comeback from the Philippines. We'll take a quick break as well, and we'll be back to the action in just a minute.
All right, we are back serving at 6-9. Look at the reach there from Gaurav, reaching well into the kitchen to take all 3 of those volleys. That was terrific play. He is lengthy. Can we get a measuring tape on those arms? They're at least 2 meters long.
At least 2 meters.
Oh, deflection off the paddle into his face, but he seems to be okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, they need to stay away from Gurov. He is dangerous with his shots. Very offensively aggressive and really misleading with his shots. He's very deceptive.
Not the play. Speeding up down the middle onto that forehand.
You know what I'm noticing is fantastic of an athlete is Ian is, and he was a tremendous singles player. He made it all the way to the finals. He's still a little unrefined in doubles right now. He still has some work to do. He's obviously good enough to get to the finals here, but he's making some decisions that are questionable in my opinion.
Yeah, some ill decision there to finish off that game there by
Gurov
Ian
and Kashyap were in control in my opinion.
They were sharp. What did Gurov and Kashyap team up in the open men's doubles yesterday?
I believe so, and also I think they were the team that won the advanced in men's last April, I believe, or this past April in the Asia Pickleball Open. Either they made it into the finals. I don't remember if they won or not. But
I'm surprised we didn't see them with a deep run yesterday. From what I've seen in this first game here, Gurov is incredible.
Absolutely. They both look really sharp. And like you said earlier, you alluded to the fact that they must have experience together because there's less mishaps and miscommunication than what a team, teaming up for the first time would have.
They look so polished right now. Like, there's no miscommunication. There's discipline with all their plays. When the Ernie's on, the other player's moving well across to cover it. It's fantastic. I wasn't necessarily expecting that from this team, but full credit to them. They have played a terrific first game.
Yeah, I mean, you see why they're in the finals. Both these teams are excellent teams, but the team from India right now just has the upper hand. They look more confident, more cool, calm, and collected. I will say another aspect of the team from India that they bring over is that they all coach each other. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that in a good way. They're there on the sidelines, and they're showing not only support, but they're actually watching intently of what that team needs to do if they're having issues or struggling. And they're always so quick to give some tips or advice on how they can quickly correct anything that's unraveling. So very interesting dynamic, and it's no wonder that these teams from India win a lot.
The other thing that was costly there, I think, for Kim and Leander in the first set was Kim brought the fire. And Kashyap responded, and Kim came off second best. I think if they can stay level-headed and maybe not give the Indians emotion to play with, I think they're going to stand a better chance in this second game.
Yeah.
Those hands are soft like butter. Dead set.
Yeah, he's smooth on his backhand. He's got Kim feeling a little uncomfortable on these dinks. Even though he's getting him back over, he just doesn't look as confident.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can't leave it up on Kashyap like that. I'm going to nickname him the Indian Hammer because he just came with that fire right there. Let's see if that sticks.
Okay, very loose volley there by Kim. They're going to need to tighten this up. India is going to run away with this game if they're not careful.
Yeah, this could get out of hand in a hurry if they don't tighten it up. They're finding a little success returning to the backhand of Gurov. He's smooth with it, but he's trying to almost be too perfect on that shot. So they might need to revisit hitting those returns to him.
You would definitely rather that drop sitting up a little high than a little low.
So you're seeing that they're trying to get to his backhand. I think they've picked up on something there. Ian also super silky smooth with those dinks.
That is a play and a half.
You can tell Leander doesn't like getting beat on those exchanges, but right now, Kashyap and Gurov are the better end of those exchanges are going to them. Oh, I like it, just not sharp enough to stay in. That's the danger of lobbing, is that you have to basically get it up and over the opponents and inside the baseline. It's an extremely difficult shot to execute on a fairly regular basis.
And although Kashyap's small in stature, he is big in power, and he is quick getting back.
Well, he's just quick in general, right? He's got a good first step. His agility side to side is second to none, and I think one of the things that sets him apart is his ability to focus each and every point without losing that edge. Such a good flick.
Oh, they did the hard work to get back into that point. Lander will be disappointed with that.
So I noticed a little something, could be nothing, but I don't know if Ian and Kim picked up on this, but the middle ball, they tend to fight over it a little bit, Kashyap and Gurov. So, that may be something they need to visit, going to that middle ball, having them kind of fight. And, when I say fight, I mean just like decide who's going to hit that ball.
I felt early on they were actually really disciplined with that. I felt like Gurov was taking majority of those balls. Maybe as the match goes on and they're
Kashyap's starting to feel a little
better,
more.
He's wanting to maybe hit more of them, but why change a winning tactic?
Yeah, I agree, and I think one of them's got to take control of that. But they did fight over that little bit of high ball in the middle. Nothing major, just could be something little to pay attention to. Right now, game 2 in the favor of Team India. 5-0 is what it looks like.
Kim and Leander definitely have to change something here. They're going to have to find something special to disrupt this Indian team, because right now they are looking great. First rare miss there we've seen off that first volley by the Indian team. Is that what Kim and Ian needed? Can they get on the board here in this second game? No.
They're really struggling with these resets right now. They're either coming up short or they're lifting them up a little too high and they're getting hammered. They've got to figure out how to get that ball down into the kitchen soon.
No, that is not going to be good enough.
So here's what I know from the lengthy amount of time I've watched pickleball. At the higher levels, you really can't lob these guys unless you catch them in a compromising position. They're too good and too good at hitting those overheads. They anticipate really well. My point is, I feel like they're scrambling over there a little bit. They're looking
desperate.
Yeah, they're desperate. They're trying some things that they really shouldn't do because nothing else is working.
Oh, he's just so fast with that first step, though. I feel like maybe when he first started pickleball, people continually lobbed him because of his stature, and he's just worked so hard on that ability to not be lobbed ever again.
Yeah, you know, humans are stubborn, and I'm sure he still gets lobbed all the time, even though he's proven that he can hit a nasty overhead.
When we're getting to this position and these dink rallies, India is winning this 90% of the time. That ball just missed, but if we're getting up to getting 4 players to the kitchen, India is winning this 9 times out of 10, I feel, right now.
Absolutely. Kim and Ian have to find some offensive power right now. They've got to dig deep, figure out a way to unlock some success on offense. It's only half the battle to get side outs. You've got to put points on the board to win.
Oh, off the line there. That made that ball really difficult.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
But at least they're putting some scoreboard pressure on here, Scott. They've got 2 points now. It was looking like there for a while. India may have ran away with their second game, but at least Kim and Leander have put up a fight here.
Actually, one of the strategies that I think they could employ is if Kim takes the third, he drives middle and let Leander come in and use his athleticism to clean up the next shot. That might be something they should explore.
Leander hasn't imposed himself on the match like he could, though. As you highlighted earlier, he's a fantastic athlete. I'd expect someone of his caliber to maybe hold middle a bit more and be a bit more aggressive with that volley, but to probably the quality of the Indians' feel around the net, maybe it just hasn't been sitting up high enough for him to do that a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm noticing they're not making many adjustments from game 1 to game 2. Boy, I tell you, that's a good coverage from... All right, they ended up winning that point, but, you know, that was a good slice drop on the forehand side from Kim Ivor. Yep. Yeah, that was very good. Gurov quick enough to track it, but ultimately not winning that point.
With those legs, 2 steps and he was there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back in this dinking exchange.
That's a nice attack. And, of course, Kim getting back to those come-ons. He lost that edge for a little bit, but he's getting it back quickly.
And I felt like the Indians were always on top of that exchange when all 4 players were up the front, but Kim and Leander starting to get on top of those.
It's not a great idea to lob from the baseline there. You know what? They're defending this pretty well here.
Oh.
I think, honestly, you just keep, at that point, you just keep throwing that lob up.
When you've done 6, keep going.
Why not 7? I mean, he tried to reset, which I respect that he tried to reset that, but it wasn't really quite the right opportunity yet. You have to kind of wait for a little bit of an awkward shot that they hit that you can reset. Some of this is just execution. I mean, Ian had the ball on his paddle right there for the smash, but he just missed it.
Kim making some noise up there now.
It's a tennis thing. It's really good, really good. You know what? We've seen him miss a couple of those forehand dinks in the last 3 or 4. I think they need to revisit that.
Yeah.
Leander's backhand to his forehand might be working.
Maybe a little bit nervous as well. Like, this is still a big occasion. You know, we're in a gold medal match here, final of advanced men's 4.0 and above. The finish line is in sight.
I really think they need to stay on that Kashyap forehand.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh,
all right, that's a good speed up. That's a good speed up.
A little bit of luck there with the net cord, but they're going to take it at this point in time.
Well, you know, you got to have a little bit of luck too. You know, you can be skilled, but luck is part of this game. And
but you're right as Karshap's dink is sitting up off that forehand, and that's why Leander was able to speed that up there, and as you said, did create that luck.
Yeah, when somebody's struggling a little bit with something, you've got to go back to it. You got to make them really think about that shot. It did the old chest bump.
Yeah.
Come on, the stare down.
The other thing I'm thinking, Scott, here is behind our backs, we've actually got the sun setting. Now, when players are going to turn to their side with Gaurav and Karshap to hit their forehands, is that sunlight coming through? Are they starting to look into that sun?
Yeah, it could be a potential factor. I spoke about that the other day. Also, not right now as much of a factor, but sometimes when you lob and you look up into those lights or that ceiling up above, you can sometimes lose the ball. But I can tell you the Indian team, Kashyap and Gaurav, did not seem to be bothered by any of those factors when they were hitting those 17 overheads earlier.
No, that wrist snap, especially from Karshap, was incredible.
Dude, you can now both of them hit good overheads, but you can tell a distinctive difference between Kashyap's overhead and Gaurav's. I mean, Gaurav's is more smooth and he makes sure he gets it in, where Kashyap, I believe, is like snapping like a
badminton?
Like a badminton type shot.
Like have some badminton backgrounds.
They almost do this little hitch where they jump and hitch at
timing.
the same time, and then they lock and load and unload on the ball. So, all right, let's see if the team from Philippines can get something going here out of that timeout. Keep this momentum.
The Indians to be happy with that exchange. Leander on the left, I'm not sure is the play they want. Leander on the right. They're going to want Leander on the left. He's the player. He's more of the alpha up that end.
Interesting you picked up on that. I noticed they had him on the right. They're not stacking. They've got to figure out a way to get him back to the left side.
And there's that exposure right there. Kim just out of position on the left. All right, India looking to make a run here. Trying to put a stop to this momentum.
Well, this is a huge opportunity for Kim and Ian to stifle this momentum more and get the ball back. If they get 2 quick stops, they can reel this thing back in. I agree with you 100%. I don't think that the strategy is to have Leander on the right.
Yeah. If they're going to have Kim on the left, he's going to need to step up and move forward and not be a meter behind the MVZ.
He's got to be more assertive for sure.
Big come on there from Kim.
I do love the come on. Of course, Kashyap's like, okay, what in the world? We're up a game. Like, he was like, wow, okay, all right, that's how we're going to roll.
But we love to see it. He's still emotionally invested in this match, you know.
Yeah, you know what? It can get in their head sometimes.
Oh my goodness, that was filthy.
Gaurav just made Leander look silly on that one. It was already by him before he realized it.
My goodness, but how they defended the whole way, the Indian team there. Some amazing drops to get back in that point and to finish it with that. That was filthy.
It was those 2-meter arms you were talking about. Truly, though, that was impressive. And he does it with such fluid movement. You don't even realize it's getting on you like that until it's past you.
And they've opened up a 7-3 lead here now in the second game.
Incredible how fast this thing can get away from you.
Good return there into the backhands.
Of a come on, but still a come on. He's still fighting energy-wise and emotionally. They're invested. They're going to get the ball back down 4. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're playing a team like Gaurav and Kashyap, you have to find ways to get creative and make points happen. Right there is an easy.
And that's as a server, you love that. When an opponent misses a return, happy days. Oh, and another gift.
I don't know if you noticed, but Kim did the come on and stare down, and he gave a glance over to us to see if we were paying attention to it.
All right,
love it.
we're
I love it.
5-7-1. This is getting tight.
It's a good drop.
Oh.
Wow, that's so good. Just that little flick right there. Unbelievable.
We're going up again. They've got the drop. They're coming in. Point back to neutral. Like to see Kim up a little bit closer to the net here.
That's a really good shot.
Some off-pace volleys here. Slightly rolling them up at the shoulders has got them back into this game, and it is on.
Yeah, you know what? We talk about this so often, but the momentum swings, the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of this game are incredible. It's what makes this game so addicting.
Yes, and Gaurav giving it back now. What a backhand volley cross court that was.
I'm telling you, he's very deceptive in his shots. He doesn't hit the same way that most people hit. He's got a little inside-out movement on his ball that's hard to read.
Finding the line there. That was a good put away.
You know, that was very close, though. I was tempted to say that he might have hit that out, but I think it did clip the line. But, man, he's playing with fire right there, hitting
And they
close.
needed to stop that momentum. Kim and Ian had everything there. They needed that ball back, and they've got it. What can they do with this?
I believe they got it back to 7-7 now.
Oh, and his Kashyap's missed it long.
You know what, though? It's not that he just missed it long. He was actually trying to basically body bag Leander. But I noticed right away Leander moved to the side, immediately recognizing that ball was going to go out. High-level recognition on that. Those dinks are staying up from Kim, but Leander able to recover.
Yeah.
But it started with that lob again. They've got to stay away from that lob. Kashyap is one of the best I've seen here.
Yeah, he gets up.
Hammering overheads. It's just not a good idea against these guys. I would have attacked that ball.
Can Kim hold his nerve? When it's got to this the last few times, he has sat the dink up.
That's another one that should have been attacked probably. They're staying patient, though, looking for the right ball.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for Kim to pop this up. Let's hope he can stay strong here.
He's stepping back off that line to let him bounce. He probably should be getting him out of the air. Like that. But nice defensive recovery from Leander.
Oh.
And unfortunately, somebody's got to mess up at the end of a point. And it happened to be Leander there. But, man, what a great dinking point right there. All right, Philippine team is toweling off for just a minute. Want to give a shout-out to Sue Brooks, who's watching, giving her own shout-out to the Aussie Brendan Lee. Oh, smooth third shot. That is something that they've got to go back to. I don't know how they haven't picked up on that. His forehand dink is a little sketchy right now.
Yeah.
It's not even that it's always sketchy probably, but right now he's sketchy with that forehand.
They've got the ball back. They need to pull it back here a bit. At least get 1 or 2 points on this side out.
I'm telling you right now, they have the wrong game plan. They're going cross-court with Gaurav, who's the king of dinking, and they need to go back to the guy that just missed the dink on his forehand.
Gaurav's looking the most comfortable out of all 4 players right now.
I mean, are you not? Are you seeing it like I am? It's like they're missing the boat here. Look, he's going cross court with Gurov when he needs to be getting the ball. They need to get the ball cross court to the other guy, right there, and stay there.
And considering the angle they're getting on a lot of these dinks, I've been impressed they haven't actually set the team up for an ATP by going too wide on these dinks.
Agreed.
The measure has been fantastic.
This is what I want to see, though. The dinking to the forehand of Kashyap. All right, that worked.
When Kim has sped up that ball on Gurav, though, he has
worked.
actually tagged him a few times.
Yeah, and at the least he's jamming him up.
Yes, and he's made him miss that volley. That is the play, I think, as well. We're at 8-7. 8-9, sorry, 8-9.
8-9, yeah, really, really big couple of points for the Philippine team. They're down a game and down a point. They do, though, however, have Ian on the left now. So my whole thing would be right there. Cross-court dinks, keeping that ball to the forehand. It's really good, actually. That's good execution from Leander, recognizing that he could flick that ball into the middle. All right, it's a tight one here in game 2. How do you think they close this out?
Gurav trying to actually calm Kashyap down, but I think Kashyap's getting a bit worked up. Gurav seems like the level-headed player here.
He really is. It's like he's, you know, ice in the veins type guy. Like nothing really bothers him. He's always doing the come on, slow, like relax. We got this.
I feel like Gurav's going to actually make the difference in this game.
But that's why Gurav shouldn't even be seeing the ball right now. They should be dinking cross court to Kashyap's forehand, 100%. I don't think Gurav's missed it.
Oh my goodness, I called it too early. Yes.
I was just about to say that he hasn't missed a dink.
I know, I could hear that coming from your mic, and then he misses a dink.
Honestly, I didn't even get the words out. It's 10-9. It's 10-9. It's game point right here in game 2.
How Ian and Kim have turned this around. Just a few loose errors from the Indian team, but some inspiring play by Kim and Ian.
This is so fun. They were down 5-0 before they started making this run. Ooh. He had to hit that one. Nice reset, though.
That was so
They got to get up. They're just sitting back at the baseline. Those are your opportunities to come in.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Ooh,
at least
a conservative overhead.
Yeah, but at least you did it to Gurav and not Kashyap. No, not Kashyap.
No, conservative as well. They're nervous up
Oh,
the
they're
stand.
losing. They're losing right now. That's why. They don't want to mess it up. You don't want to play scared, though. You want to play go. They got to get in there. Oh, my gosh. What a crazy point, Brendan, to finish that game 2 off. I have to say, that's very, very non-traditional play from Ian and Kim.
Not a point that you would generally see, but in this moment, Kashyap and Gurav have to play to win, not play to lose.
Yeah, you noticed that their overheads looked very different from when they were winning in game 1 and in control. What do you think that is? Is that a mental thing? Is that a mindset, like playing scared to not lose versus...
Yeah, 100%. They've been so strong overhead today. Like, they have not... I'm going to put the term puddled an overhead back. They have been super aggressive, great wrist snap, and they really should have put one of those balls away and been more aggressive with it.
This is going a little deeper into the mental side of the game, but isn't it interesting when they're winning, they're crushing overheads. When they are down in game 2, 10-9, they're down 9-10, their mindset is thinking about the score. They're thinking, we can only give up 1 point, and if we do, we're going to lose. And so they play ultra conservative. I don't believe that's the way that you should play because you're good. Like, look at, ultimately they ended up losing that game 2 anyway. So why not go out the way you were swinging in game 1 to get the W?
100%.
So isn't there a lot to be said for that?
There is, and it's going to make for a very interesting game 3 out here. I cannot predict right now which way. I wish I was a fortune teller, but right now I cannot predict which way this game is going to go. Maybe Leander and Kim will run with the momentum. I still feel like Gurav and Kashyap have been the better team for majority of the match.
100%. They're cleaner. They're cleaner. But when the game gets tight, you see that when they're under pressure, they're not performing to the level that they really were in game 1. So I like Ian on the left, like you were saying. Let's see if they stack or if they just stay regular. Most likely they'll stay regular. There's that sneaky forehand creeping in again.
Yeah. Gaurav definitely has to take control of his end. Kashyap's definitely looking a little tired right now.
No, he's looking tight and tired, right? Yeah, he's looking very tight. I just think I don't know if they even know how to stack. Maybe that's not something they know how to do, but putting Leander on the left is going to be key for them.
So a pretty messy start to game 3 here. Some really loose errors early on.
The errors from game 2 have creeped back in early in game 3 here.
Great hands there from Kashyap.
That's a great reset.
Good
That's
reset.
a high-level reset. No need to overextend on that ball and hit it too hard. He just has to put that ball down at the feet of his opponents.
He had Gaurav out of position there. Gaurav was well into the middle of the court, and a simple roll up the line would have sufficed.
So hard in the moments.
It is. We've got the easy seats here, mate.
It's easy for us. You know I'm batting 1,000 from the sideline.
All right, big gamesmanship there by Kim, actually rolling the ball over to the side of the court.
Yeah, you noticed that?
Yeah.
He's done that a couple of times in the past. That's the shot right there.
Long. Kashyap getting in their faces.
That ball was out?
That was long.
Okay. It's hard for me to see it. I don't have my glasses on, but it looked like it was long, but I couldn't tell.
Ooh.
That middle ball is a good ball.
Long as well.
That's the second one that I can remember that he's missed long on that easy forehand. But it's because of his stroke. He's big on that stroke. You know, he has long arms, so he's kind of a whipping motion. He's not very compact.
What we also saw halfway through that point was the miscommunication, and we haven't seen that from them today. So just a sign of nerves here. Let's hope they can really settle into this game 3 and produce some quality pickleball. And right now, we're setting ourselves up for a great point.
Gaurav and Kashyap playing much better now after a slow start in game 3.
Some great athleticism by Leander. Well done.
I do like that inside-in forehand attack.
He loves it. It's always nice when the ball's going out, but you hit it for a winner. It's like you should get 2 points for that.
You should get at least another half point, if not 2 points. That's incredible, his little antics afterwards. It can rattle the other team. It really can. Yeah, the sun now creeping in just slightly on the court. Not sure if it'll play a factor at all. That's an attackable ball, I believe. It's interesting which one he chose to. Oh, Leander actually got that ball, and then it hit the backside of Kim's paddle. So he blocked his own partner's shot on accident, of course.
Quality picking up right now in this game 3, and there is the overhead that we've seen all but one of the points today.
If you looked up massive overhead in the dixtionary, I'm pretty sure it's got Kashyap's massive overhead right there with the picture. You just don't want to lob to him.
Kashyap is 5'2", 5'1", but with his
compact.
legs, he's like 6'6" when he gets off the ground.
Straight up, he can jump.
Incredible.
All right, the Indian fans getting in the point a little bit to try to get back at Kim for his little antics he's pulling. So,
and a timeout called here.
What do you think about that timeout right there? Good?
I think it is good. I think the Indian, as you said, the Indian team getting involved from the sideline, so a good way to not just slow down the play on the court, but also slow down the momentum on the sidelines. It's tight here early on. I think both teams have they started a little bit slow in this game 3, but the energy has definitely picked up. They're playing to playing to win almost, not playing to lose. We saw that in the second game where Harshap and Gurav at the end of that second game were playing not to lose. And that's not the mentality you want to go with.
Yeah, I agree. And you're spot on with that assessment. Of course, it's a tight game 3 right now, but as this game gets closer to the finish line, you're going to see one of the teams bow up and finish, and you're going to see another team not finish the game. And that's going to be the difference, I believe. I think this is going to be a tight game down to the wire. Just the feel of this game, it's been going back and forth. But we're going to see which team tightens up and which team plays loose.
And the thing is, all 4 of these players have an X factor. They're all very different with their intricacies, but I feel like any one of them could actually be the difference in this match.
I agree. Nice touch, but that might be the wrong guy to do it to. Wow, Gurav going for the home run swing. So, in your opinion, he's got that big looping swing. Should he tighten that up and just punch it?
Yeah, he had his opponent's back. Maybe just one more volley to keep them, push them back a little bit more would have been fantastic. But he's got a split second to decide what he's going to do there. And another backhand miss volley. And Kim in their faces right now. He is a big personality.
Yeah, he really is. Now that's 2 unforced errors on the paddles of Kashyap and Gurav. Nice
Wow.
recovery.
What a great get by Leander.
That's the athleticism. Bad idea to lob Kashyap. But sometimes it works.
Just leaning too much for that volley. He was too far away from it. He ended up being on one leg. Maybe it's a sign of fatigue. Maybe it's a sign of nerves that he wasn't moving his feet enough, but he needs to get in behind that ball more.
That missed time just a bit. It almost hit Leander in the top of the head, but luckily he ducked out of the way. That would have been a fastball in the corner pocket right there.
I am so surprised that the Indian team have now missed 2 overheads in the last 4 points. They've been so strong there all over this match. And I'm also surprised that Kim and Leander keep going back to the lob.
Yeah, they're loving the lob right now.
Okay, just a little lull here in this match. A couple of overheads missed, a couple of drops missed.
They've got to tighten up. This is game 3 of a finals. You cannot just give away free missed shots and give the ball back to the other team.
And we're all tied up here at 4-all.
Just some missed opportunities by both teams. I mean, these are balls that should get put away, and they're just fighting
9
against
times out
themselves.
of 10, these guys make these balls, but it's definitely the occasion. Great reset there by Gaurav to keep his team in that point. This is what you want to see, Scott. That
Yes,
dinking
I
rally
wish they would do
cross-court
this a
Leander
lot
versus
more.
Kashyap.
There it is.
Oh.
Listen, I'm not saying that they should just go there every single time, but when they have gone there, they've had success. And that's what I'm saying is, like, you got to go back to the well. You know, what's working is what you have to stay with. He's thinking about that forehand dink right now.
Oh,
wow.
a great catch
that
there
was
by Kashyap.
really good.
But we're not playing cricket.
Did you see the antics from Kim after he body bagged Kashyap? He's not here to make any friends either, is he?
No way. But what we saw early on this match, when Kim got Kashyap wound up, Kashyap brought the fire back to Kim. Okay.
Another missed shot.
Okay, Leander has been fairly quiet this whole match. I felt like Leander's almost been the one sitting back, but right now in this last 5 minutes,
he's stepping up.
He's doing some incredible resets and pulling the trigger at appropriate times. Leander definitely the difference right now, and that's why his team is up 6-4 at this change of ends.
Can you feel the intensity in the air right now? Like, I can just feel it. It's like the tension could be cut with a knife.
Look, the points have been on Gurav and Karshap's paddles. Like, they are the team that has missed the most high balls, the most putaways in this third set. It's unforced errors that are costing them. I think they've set up their points beautifully, but when pushes come to shove, they've actually missed the putaway. If they can rein that in, I still believe that they are going to win this game, but they're going to have to rein it in.
Yeah, I've seen this trend with the teams from India at times. They miss a ball, and it's almost like they get focused, hyper-focused on that miss instead of shedding that missed error, the error, and moving forward. They kind of get hung up a little bit for a few points. Hopefully this in change will get them back on track. They're going back to this lob.
Oh, big forehand drive there by Kim.
But defended well. Leander wants that one back. He had it teed up for a winner, but you got to execute. Both teams missing some unconventional shots.
What I also didn't like then is how Kim looked at Leander actually after he missed that shot as a partner. Like, I know they're up in this game, but you still have to be supportive. And all right, an out call there by the Indian team, but the linesman calling it in. Kim getting the crowd going after that. That ball, just to clarify, that ball was well in. It was inside the line up this end. So it was a great call by the linesman to overrule that call.
Yeah, really glad we have the linesman here.
Kim not appreciating that out call either. He got the crowd going after that.
Yeah, you got to love his energy. A bit high, but they can reset off of that. Because Kushap and Gurav have missed a few shots that they traditionally wouldn't miss, they're playing a little more tight and conservative, like you were saying. A good finish overhead there from Gurav, but they've got to loosen up and play like they did in game one.
A good drop. 4 players are in. Uh-oh. Great reset there. And Kim just missed hitting that off the edge of his paddle. We're at 5-7-1. Okay, Gurav looking strong again. Hopefully it's not commentator's curse, but
Gurav and his partner Kushap have been missing some of these exchanges by just a hair. It's creeping back into their mind. They're getting tight. I can see it.
Oh, that serve must have just dropped in.
Yeah, I believe it did. Oh, nice touch right
Gurav
there.
will get that. Gurav will get that.
Gurav's undefeated on that.
Yes, what a point. How Gurav can chase that down and control that ball.
It's incredible.
3 steps, and he's from well behind the baseline to on the net.
It's incredible. And the soft touch to put it back in the kitchen so it wouldn't get attacked. Just finite dinking. He's really pushing Leander out there wide.
Yeah, I thought that was almost an ATP opportunity there. It looked like it from my angle.
You know, it did to me too, but it's funny because he's not looking
What a point.
He's not looking for the ATPs.
Kim did not. Leander was a meter off the court, and Kim stayed home. Kim needs to move across, cover middle there.
I was just thinking he needs to slide a little more too. You're absolutely correct.
All right, we are all tied up in this third and final game of this advanced men's doubles 4.0 final. Oh,
Well, I can tell you the reason he missed that one. He was backing up to let it bounce, and then he realized, oh, I
How
can
high
attack
it
that.
was.
And then by the time he went to attack it, it was too low.
look, I'm impressed with Gaurav here. Gaurav has got them back in their second game. I feel like he's been the difference to bring this game back to 7-all from 4-7 down.
Yeah, look, Kushop is great of a player as he is, and he's a phenomenal player. He gets a little tight during the close matches. You can feel it.
It's a great slice return.
I'm liking that third shot lob from Leander right now. He's got it down better now.
Look, Gaurav taking a lot of those middle balls now that Kashyap was actually going for previously. I like this play.
But again, I don't know why they keep hitting to Gurov when they're dinking. He's rarely missed a dink in this whole three-setter. You've got to go where the ball has been mishit a lot.
There's the lob again.
Yeah, he's liking that third shot and fifth shot lob. That's not the guy to do it to, though.
No, see those hops on Kashyap. He got an 8 foot up then.
But why? Why even give him the chance to do that? To me, it makes no sense. The guy smashed every single one of the overheads for a winner.
Okay, they've got the ball back. They kept Leander and Kim scoreless there on that side out.
Oh, nice reset. Good
Perfect.
discipline from Leander.
Kim's a long way back there.
This is what we want. You want the cross-court dinking. Team India looking strong down the stretch here.
I've felt this the whole match. I felt if they could just tighten things up here. They're making some loose errors early in this third, but they've tightened the reins and they have taken the lead here in the third now.
You're going to watch Kashyap loosen up a little bit and play really well if they start to get the lead here.
Yeah, what a great eye there from Kim to place that ball in behind Kashyap. All 4 players are in. Good reset.
Great blocking. Great blocking. And again, not the time to attack. That ball's below the net. He's backing away from the line. It's not a good decision to do that in that moment. Even if he gets that ball over, the ball's going to come back extremely fast. I believe it's 9-7.
9-7 on 2.
Yeah, really good.
Again.
Jammed him up on the left hip.
Kim has got him a lot today on that ball.
You know, not everybody's got that shot. He pulls the trigger from his waist, and he rolls it straight into the body of Gurov or whoever happens to be on the other side.
It's impressive from Kim because the Indian team had a lot of momentum going into that point. 7-9 on 1.
Here we go. Oh, that's a great job picking that ball up on an awkward shot.
Kashyap happy with himself on that one.
Yeah, and I'm just not liking the decision-making right now from Ian and Kim. They're just not making good, sound decisions at the moment down the stretch.
Gurav taking that middle ball. Leander has let it slip here in the last 3 minutes. I think at the change of ends, we had said he was the better player for the last 5 minutes before the change of ends. And
that's correct. I also don't like him on the right. I don't think he's as confident playing on the right side. He needs to be in his comfort zone right now. You want your best player on paper to be in their comfort zone. Right now, though, Kim has proven that he's the better of the two down the stretch. He's feeling it a little bit more. But, again, Leander is a guy who can be a difference maker. But I just don't think he's as comfortable on the right side. That's just my opinion.
So Gurav and Kashyap now 2 points away from taking this title in an epic Game 3. An epic match, really.
This is an epic match for sure. And, you know, you love to see these kind of finals come down to the wire at the end. I'm curious right now, out of this timeout, who's going to win this point? Because if Kashyap and Gurav win, they're at match point. If Kim and Leander get the stop, it could change some momentum in this game. So, you know, a couple quick stops and getting the ball back could be a difference in this game, or it could be a dagger if they don't.
Here we go.
I just don't like this matchup. I think Gurov is much smoother and more comfortable.
Again, that play again when Kim is speeding up that ball.
He needs to do that every chance he can. That's an incredible attack from Kim.
It's getting obvious now. Gurov has to take a step to his right so he can get a swing at that forehand volley when Kim does speed it up.
Could not agree more. It's a tough shot, though, because to defend because he's jamming him up on his left hip, which happens to be his forehand side. So it's a little bit of an awkward shot. So your adjustment is spot on. I mean, he's got to make some type of change.
All right, they got a good side out there and kept the Indians scoreless. We're at 7-9-1.
Oh, he should have let that one go.
Wow. I think just taking his eyes off the ball there.
Wow,
pulling his head down very quickly.
Kashyap not even knowing what to think about that as he was going to hammer it.
Yeah. I think he's a bit in shock that he actually nearly whiffed that ball.
I agree. I was shocked as well. Now, this could be a difference maker right here. 8-9, if they get tied up, it could cause the team from India to tighten up. I'm just not a big fan of these lobs, but...
Here he comes with a big drive when we're all tied up here at 9-9-1. What a comeback here by Leander and Kim. And Kim is up and about, baby.
He loves to give the old stare down to the team and the old come-ons. What do you think? Good timeout here at 9-9?
They had to call it. They were kept scoreless after the previous timeout called by Leander and Kim, the Indians were, and then 2 quick points on the board by Leander and Kim.
I'm really hoping that that they can reel this back in because it's 9-9. It's getting tight.
All right, we're coming back in from the timeout. We're all tied up here at 9-9-1 in the third. Good block volley there. There's the speed up.
He's on to something now.
Okay, but Gurov did actually take a little step to his right there.
Well, they probably told him that.
I hope someone told him that.
Because he did adjust, like you said. So I think the team said, look, you're getting jammed up. You need to slide to your right a little bit. Or he just instinctually did it.
All right, here we are. Match point 10-9-2.
Oh, my gosh. This is the same exact way Game 2 unfolded. They're yelling from the sideline, focus, focus, but it's really not a focus thing. It's a nervous thing. They're getting tight. Nice reset back into the kitchen, but they got to get up after those. They're just staying.
Oh, what a great backhand volley by Gurov, because he has actually missed that exact shot a few times in this third. So that took real guts for him to actually accelerate through that volley. I'm impressed.
Incredible, and they got the ball back now. They're down a point, though, and to be honest, this is the exact situation that they had in front of them at 9-10 in Game 2. So they tightened up and did not execute. Let's see if they can do something different here. I don't like the lob either from them, but they're defending.
What great defense by Gurov at Leander. Super aggressive there.
Loved the defense, but at the end of the day,
he just couldn't get it down, I don't think.
Yeah, but why even start the point off like that? They're playing scramble defense after he lobbed that first one.
Very quick point start to that second point there. No, didn't even think about it. Didn't hesitate, just served that ball in.
No. Yeah, that ball was good. It was good.
I have a bit of a concern here, though. That could have been a very good ATP if it wasn't for that net crank.
Oh, yeah,
that's what it hit.
Yeah, I think he would have gotten it, actually. It cannot hit that and be live, but
yeah. This is hard. That serve was out. You don't think so?
Hard, man. I don't know. I think he should not be focused on calling it in or out and just play. He's got a line judge.
And they've done it. Kim moving forward onto that volley.
That was good. He's saying that was good. I don't know.
I
You
didn't
said
see it.
you
I
thought
saw
might have been
Kim
out.
moving.
Honestly, that's tough. But my concern with what happened is that Kashyap was worried about calling it in or out, and he should have been worried about just hitting the return and getting up to the kitchen. You have a line judge. That's what they're there for. And I got to tell you, I'm not disappointed in the ending of that, but it shouldn't have gone down that way. He should have